Start menu. Finally, you will see the power management options and the taskbar items. To start, click the Next button. To start, locate the power button on a computer. It is usually located on the front panel of the CPU box. If you are using a laptop, look for it just above the keyboard. After pressing the power button, the computer starts to load the operating system and its associated services. This process is called booting. You should not perform any operation like pressing the keys of the keyboard or mouse until the booting process completes. After the booting completes, the system will ask you to log in. You need to enter a valid username and password and click the Login tab to access the computer. Once you've signed in, the first thing you'll see is the desktop. You can think of the desktop as the main workspace for your computer. This is the basic view of your computer. You can open all your files, folders and applications from here. Click Next to discover the desktop. Click each marker. The Start menu is one of the essential elements of the taskbar. To open it, click on the Start. Click each marker to learn more about desktop elements. Once you've signed in, the first thing you'll see is the desktop. Click each marker to learn more about desktop elements. When you delete a file, it is moved to the recycle bin. This allows you to recover the file. Icons. You can keep folders, files and shortcuts on the desktop, so they'll be easily accessible. Desktop background. The desktop background, or wallpaper, allows you to personalize your computer. You can choose a built-in background or use one of your own images. Desktop background. Start menu. To open any of your applications or programs on the PC, you need to use the Start menu. Just click on the Start button and it will display a window with all your apps, games and programs installed on the PC. Shortcut on the taskbar. The taskbar contains shortcuts to applications. When you open a program or file, it will appear on the taskbar, and you can easily switch between different programs by selecting them on the taskbar. Date and time settings. On the right side of the taskbar, you will see the date and time. There will also be shortcuts to various settings, like Internet settings and sound volume. Recycle bin. When you delete a file, it is moved to the recycle bin. This allows you to recover the file if you change your mind. To permanently delete the file, you will need to empty the recycle bin. The Start menu is one of the essential elements of the taskbar. To open it, click on the Start button. You have here the applications pinned. These are common apps that Microsoft has pinned and made them more obvious for you to access. Applications pinned can be customized. To access all apps installed on your computer, you can click on All Apps here and it will display. Apps are arranged in alphabetical order. At the bottom half of the Start menu, you have some of the recommended items, either files or applications that you have used. At the top, you have Search. You can simply start typing and it will search for apps or files installed on your computers. At the very bottom, you have your account. This is where you can sign out of the computer or sign to a different account. You can lock the screen or gain access to the settings account. You have the power button. When you click on it, you can choose either to restart or to power off, or put the computer into sleep mode. Click on Next button to discover the other elements of the taskbar. In the taskbar, in addition to the Start menu, you will find a magnifying glass icon, where you can launch quick searches for files or applications, for example. Then you have applications that are pinned to the taskbar. You can add or remove them. When an application is open, the application icon is also displayed here. On the right, you will find icons related to some parameters of the computer, like sound, battery, or Wi-Fi. You can click on them to see other options. At the very end, on the right, you will find the time and date. By default, the Windows 11 taskbar comes with the Start menu, Task View, Widgets, Chat, File Explorer, Microsoft Edge, and the Microsoft Store pinned on it. However, you can add more apps to it, including the ones you currently have open right now. Whenever you open an app, its icon pops up on the taskbar. From here, you can pin the app to the taskbar by doing the following. Right-click on the app's icon on the taskbar. Then click on Pin to the taskbar. The application is now pinned. The next time you want to access the application, you don't need to look for it in the Start menu. A simple click from the taskbar will do. You can also pin an application without having to open it first. From the Start menu, look for the application you want in the search box. For example, here we will search for the application Notepad. Once the result is found, right-click on the application. You can see here that you can add this application either to the Start menu or to the taskbar. Let's add it to the Start menu, for example. When opening the Start menu again, the application has been added, but is not visible for the moment. It is on page 2 of the pinned apps. Click on the bottom arrow to display it. Conversely, if you want to remove an application present in the list of pinned applications, you can right-click on it and click on Unpin from Start. You will now be able to customize your Start menu by adding the applications you use and removing the ones you don't. From the Start menu, you can turn off your computer. By clicking on the Power button, several options are available: Sleep, Shut Down, and Restart. Click on each button to find out what it is and when to use it. Sleep Mode. In Sleep Mode, the PC enters a low power state. The PC's state is kept in memory, but other parts of the PC are shut down and won't use any power. When you turn on the PC, it snaps back to life quickly. You won't have to wait for it to boot up. Everything will be right where you left off, including running apps and open documents. Sleep is particularly useful if you're stepping away from your laptop for a small amount of time. You can put your PC to sleep to save electricity and battery power. When you need to use your PC again, you can resume from where you left off in just a few seconds. Your computer will always be ready to use when you need it. Sleep isn't so good if you're planning to be away from the PC for extended periods, as the battery will eventually run down. Shut down. This is the power off state most of us are familiar with. When you shut down your PC, all your open programs close, and the PC shuts down your operating system. A PC that's shut down uses almost no power. However, when you want to use your PC again, you'll have to turn it on and go through the typical boot-up process. Wait for your hardware to initialize and start-up programs to load. Depending on your system, this can take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes. Restart. When you restart your computer, every single program and process ends as the power leaves your computer during the restart process. Once your computer starts back up, you have a clean slate and usually a faster, better working computer. Before restarting your computer, you must save all your work. If you need to resolve any errors or have installed updates or new software, Restart is the option to choose from the Start menu. Whenever you leave your computer unattended, you should either turn it off or manually activate the screen lock that requires you to enter your password to resume working. Locking your display screen will protect the information stored on or accessible from your device. When you manually lock your screen, the computer is continuing to run in the background, so you don't need to close out of documents or apps. You are just putting the display to sleep. You'll be able to quickly unlock the screen when you return, without restarting your computer. Click Next to learn how to manually lock your computer's screen. There are different ways to manually lock your screen. Method 1. On your keyboard, hold down the Windows logo icon key and the L key on the keyboard at the same time. Method 2. Press Ctrl, Alt, and Delete at the same time. Then select Lock from the options that appear on the screen. Knowledge check. Practical exercises. Search for an application and add it to the list of applications pinned to the Start menu. In the taskbar, start by clicking on the Start menu button. The Start menu is open. Click in the search box to search for an application. On the search box, type Note. Among the results, you have the Notepad application displayed. This application can be useful for taking notes. We will add it to the list of applications pinned to the Start menu to access it more quickly next time. Right-click on the application. In the menu, click on the Pin to Start option. A message appears to confirm that Notepad has been pinned to Start. Click on the Start menu again to verify. The Notepad application is available from the Start menu in the pinned applications. To finish the exercise, you will shut down the computer. Click on Shut Down to complete. Congratulations! The computer is now turned off. End of the chapter. Well done! You have completed the lesson Operating System. In this lesson, you learned about the process to start, shut down and restart a computer. You also learned how to find your way around the Windows environment with the desktop and the Start menu. Finally, you also learned about the power management options and the taskbar items.